fact that based on the fact that today is International Women's Day. So just one last question. How should women, especially the ones in relationship, marriage per se, how should they accelerate their growth and get to empower themselves? And whilst doing that, how can they do that and as well do that of their marriage? How can they also accelerate that of them? How can they do? Because some women, they tend to want to, when they focus on one thing, they focus on it fair and square, and they, should I use the word, damn any other circumstance. Okay, so how do you encourage women, or how should you advise women, as much as you're accelerating your careers or whatever it is you're engaged with, as they're pushing to attain, they're also not forgetting that they have a spouse. They're also not forgetting every other aspect of your life. But they are also, most people, it's two ways now. The ones that are accelerating themselves, they're not forgetting that they have a spouse. And the ones that have a spouse, they are not forgetting they ought to accelerate themselves. I don't know how to put the question, but do you understand what I'm saying? Just a general advice for women this International Women's Day. What would you say, sir? You are muted. In case you're talking, you're muted. Okay, good. You're unmuted now.
I was actually typing in the comment section that I'm missing the question because my network keeps waving off and on. So I didn't get the question clearly, but I heard you saying that some women can be focused on one thing, and that was all I got.
Yeah, some women can
it waved
be
off
focused.
Completely. I didn't get the question.
Some women tend to be focused on one thing and putting all their attention. How do you advise women who are focused on their marriage to also be focused on their own career as well, or be focused on empowerment, accelerate themselves? Because there's also something for them in life. They're not just called to sit and do nothing. Yes. Also, in that same question, what do you also advise the ones that are also focused on empowering themselves to focus on the marriage? It has to go hand in glove. You can't do one without the other. How do they balance it? Yeah.
Okay. Now, first of all, the woman's makeup is different from that of the man. Focusing on one thing and finishing it first before touching another one is a man's makeup. It's not a woman's makeup. A woman's makeup is network of actions. So she's discussing with you about how her day went. She's cooking in the kitchen. She's directing the children to sweep the floor. Her mind is she's doing several things. That's how a woman is wired. This gives her the opportunity. This gives her the this gives her the platform or privilege or opportunity, whichever one I want to use now, to multitask. So naturally, a woman can be building her career very well and still be building her home. She has the capacity that is given. All right. Now, the other part is this. Is one of the things I have with young ladies who are preparing for marriage. And it amazes me when I ask them simple questions like, what is your vision? Where are you going in life? Many of them can hardly answer that question because they are waiting for the man who will marry them to determine the kind of life they live next. I don't know whatever gave young ladies that orientation. And sorry to say, oftentimes I discover that some of the girls who think in this way, they are being mentored by their own mothers, not by maybe a businesswoman out there or somebody who has, been able to break through. They are not learning from outside. They are learning from within. Now, this is the thing about vision. If you as a young lady have a vision for your life, that vision will determine who you can say, yes, I do to. That vision will determine who you can marry. All right? So, where you are going in life, let me put it in simple language. Let me take a typical Nigerian example. Somebody is leaving Warri, Delta State, and is going to Lagos State. That's the vision. Then she meets somebody who is leaving Warri, Delta State, and going to Onitsha in Anambra State. That's the man's vision. Those are two different destinations. You can't marry that man. You can't. Because if you marry that man, there's going to be a problem in the marriage. So what do you do, dear lady? You can only marry somebody who is going your direction. That is why before
That's
you say,
right.
yes, I do, whether man or woman, you must have a vision for your life. You
That's
must have.
it. That's
And as a
it.
matter of fact, in the creation story of Genesis 2, Adam was not given a wife until he was given a vision. Adam had a vision before he had a wife. As a matter of fact, Adam was so busy pursuing his vision, he didn't notice that he needed a wife. It is God that said, this guy can't do this thing alone. It's not good for him to be alone. I'll make him a helper that is suitable, that is adapted, that can help him fulfill the vision. So, dear lady, you will have to define your life's vision first before you go into marriage. Because in as much as we are thinking of all the romance and sizzling affairs and all the acrobatics we are going to throw in bed, we are not going to do that every day forever.
No, we're not.
There are things that will keep us going in the marriage. And the principle of those things is vision. Vision. So if the woman has no personal vision, she will just think that she is married to be a wife. She will now see being a wife as her only calling. No, that is one of your callings. Being a wife is one calling. Being a mother is one calling. Being a fulfilling your destiny in God is one calling. Impacting the society is one calling. Being a daughter to the parents who raised you is a calling. Being a good sister to your siblings is a calling. There are several things you are called to do at the same time. And one does not wait for the other. You are going to be all of them at the same time.
That's right. That's
so
right.
as a woman, if you have not yet learned to multitask, develop it, because that is who you are. This is not a special skill you are trying to develop. It is just making yourself to become who you have been created to be. When God told, for example, when God tells a seed of corn, grow into corn, what is telling the seed is become yourself. So every one of us, you are called to become yourself. You were created with a seed in you, something that burns in your inside. It may be the drive to raise other people from their suffering. It may be the drive to help people to become financially empowered or independent. It may be a drive to make people realize themselves, whatever it is. There has to be something that you are living for. And for you to find out what it is a simple question. If there was no marriage at all, what will you be? If we remove Mrs. from your name, what are you?
Hey, Jesus.
What will we know you for? That is the thing that defines who you are. And that is what you should be living for. Vision we often taught in school that it is the purpose for your living. The truth is, vision has a different definition. It's actually what you are willing to die for. That is something you can be so immersed in that even if nobody rewards you, even if nothing comes out of it, that is your life. Just like swimming is to the fish. You don't need to reward the fish for it to swim. That's its life. It just swims. Okay? Now, if you as a woman don't have a vision for your own life, I'll tell you the truth. In no time at all, the marriage will become boring and it will become tiresome. It will become cumbersome. It is not because the marriage is not interesting, but that's not your life. That's not everything to you.
Exactly.
There has to be something that is driving you. So, dear woman, housewife is not an employment. It's not a career. It's not a calling. It is part of what makes you you. It's part of what makes you you. You must find out that thing that makes your life to tick and put your hands into it. And remember, like I said, multitasking is not a new skill you are developing. It is what is already inside that you are just bringing out. Like
True.
those of us who can roll our tongues in your biology classes in the secondary school or high school, they would have taught you that many people have that ability, but they don't know it. But if you begin to practice it, you will discover that you begin to
You
do it
have it.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yes. So it takes practice not to become perfect, but to improve. They say practice make perfect. I don't agree to that. You are not perfect as long as you are alive. You keep improving. Whatever level of
Working towards
expertise you've come
excellence.
to. Yes, yeah, exactly. You keep working towards excellence. You keep improving. All right. So the point is, have a vision, a reason for your existence, and pursue it. That is what will make your life meaningful. Your marriage is like living your normal everyday life. It is not a vision. It's a calling, but it's not a vision for your existence. Because you will not always be a nursing mother. The children will grow up. When they grow up and go, what will you be doing next? When they marry and leave you, and your husband is going out to do whatever he's doing, what will you be doing? Sitting at home morning till night, waiting for him to come back? You'll be frustrated. That's not life. So every woman, today being International Women's Day, learn it. You have a voice, you have a calling, you have a purpose. Pursue it. Live your life to the fullest while you are doing your marriage and being a mother and all of that. Thank you. God bless you.
Wow, guys, come on, celebrate our guest minister. God bless you, sir. Whoa, this is just too sweet, too sweet. I really enjoyed myself. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Up for him. Thank you, sir.
Wow.
And we hope
Thank you so
to see you
much.
again and again and again. We don't want you to be a
yes.
stranger. Yeah, we want you to keep coming and keep coming.